All right, welcome everyone. Thanks for holding for a couple minutes while we set up. My name is Matt Doherty, and I, along with Carrie Rucklick, we conduct the new Lenox Community Band, who's seated before you. We're very excited to share our program with you tonight, which is a series of encores. I'm really trying to, maybe I'll go stand over there. I know I have a big voice, so big that I'm rocking those things. No, so our concert tonight is inspired by an old record called Beachcombers, and as Carrie and I sat down to start looking through a number of pieces of music to play for the literature, we went for the group. We really try to have a variety, and so it sort of evolved into a concert of encores. What more epic an encore than to summit Mount Everest? So our first piece is intended to sort of capture cinematically the terrifyingly, breathtakingly grand images that Mount Everest creates. So we hope you enjoy Rossano Galante's Mount Everest. Are we good? We're good. Standing back here just in case. So our next two pieces are composed by gentleman Percy Aldridge Granger, and while I think that they're often performed separately, they're actually sold together. And so we're going to be playing them in succession. And the first one is called Irish Tune from County Derry. The modern setting, as many of you have heard, it's the lyrics would be the Danny Boy, that melody. However, the actual tune was collected by Miss J. Ross of Newtown. I'm Irish, but I'm going to mispronounce this anyway. Limavady of County Derry, Ireland, and was published in the Petrie Collection of Ancient Music of Ireland in Dublin in 1855. This definitely predates the tune itself, long predates what we know as Danny Boy. So hopefully it'll be reminiscent, it's a very emotionally charged arrangement of the melody. And then the second piece we'll play is called Shepherd's Hay. In agricultural districts in various parts of England, teams of Morrismen decked out with jingling bells and other finery can still be seen dancing to Shepherd's Hay and other traditional dance tunes played on the fiddle or the pipe and tabor. This was copyright 1918. I don't know if you're still going to see Morrismen dancing with jingling bells, but let's just pretend like that's happening still. We hope you enjoy Irish Tune from County Derry and Shepherd's Hay by Percy Aldridge Granger.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Carrie Rucklick, and along with Matt, we are the directors of the new Lenox Community Band. So as Matt mentioned, this is a program of encores, and it kind of grew out of a really famous band recording that Frederick Fennell, who is one of like the grandfathers of the band movement in the United States, recording that Frederick Fennell did with the Dallas Wind Symphony, which is one of the more prominent professional wind bands in the area. And one of the pieces that he recorded on his Encores CD with the Dallas Wind Symphony was Begin for Band. A Begin is a popular dance that was popular from the 30s onward in both the United States and in Europe. And the only other thing I could find about the origin of the dance is that it's similar in rhythm to the bolero, which maybe more of you are familiar with than the Begin. This is a piece that's a whole lot of fun to play, and it's a great example of a piece that is great with community band. Generally, we like doing the music that's on the yellow paper, because it means it's older. And this is definitely on the yellow paper. So this is Begin for Band by Glenn Oser. The next encore that we're going to perform for you is also taken from that Frederick Fennell Dallas Wind Symphony CD. The CD, by the way, is entitled Beachcombers, which is a piece on the album, but it's also just, in reference to this collection of encores. The next piece that we're going to perform is entitled Russian Sailor's Dance, and it's by the composer Reinhold Glier, and it's from his ballet, The Red Poppy. And like so many things, the ballet has kind of faded into obscurity, but this sailor's dance, taken from kind of the middle of the ballet, is incredibly popular as an encore. It's a series of variations on kind of a traditional song that get more and more exciting as the piece progresses. Glier was born in Kiev, before it was Ukraine, Kiev as part of kind of the Russian Empire. And this piece is incredibly exciting. This is Russian Sailor's Dance by Reinhold Glier.
Thank you.
So moving on next, we come to an encore that is very American, written by the American composer Leonard Bernstein, but it doesn't necessarily have an American-sounding name. The title of this piece is Slava, and this piece was written for Leonard Bernstein's friend, Mstislav Rostropovich, who was affectionately known to his friends as Slava. And the piece, Bernstein wrote it for Slava's inaugural concert with the National Symphony Orchestra in Washington, D.C. This piece is infused with fun vaudeville jazz rhythms. It has a really quirky middle section that's in 7/8 that features English horn, an instrument that we don't always get to hear. And then it ends with the same kind of jazzy vaudeville razzmatazz music at the end. Super fun piece, Leonard Bernstein's Slava.
So a third, maybe accidental initially, what's the word I'm looking for? Theme to tonight's concert is locations and travel, and kind of going through the Beachcombers idea. There's always a location involved. Just now, Carrie mentioned Washington, D.C. At the end of the concert, you'll hear New York City. In a moment, later in the concert, we'll hear Ukraine. We've been in Russia. We've been in Ireland. We opened in Nepal. We're going to go to Iowa now. One of the traditions of, we're in Iowa. So one of the wonderful things about Community Band is that we get to play all kinds of music from different styles, and one of the traditions we've established is we try to play either a show tune medley or an old opera medley, something that kind of brings a different piece of art form to life in this medium. And so this one will be doing selections from Meredith Willson's The Music Man. Shameless plug, Lamont Little Mountain Community Theater will be performing this summer in July. You can check out their website. But it's always fun to tie things together when we can. So this one will feature a few of our instrumentalists up here. We hope you enjoy our trip to 1912 River City, Iowa. So our penultimate piece is one called Kiev 2022 by composer Brian Balmages, or Balmages? Not really sure. I've met him, and I'm still unclear. At any rate, he put this out pretty quickly following the Russian invasion into the Ukraine earlier this calendar year. And it's in response to a piece he wrote entitled Moscow 1941. Without getting too far into things, he wrote this as a way to sort of help folks understand a little bit more about what's happening. And the Ukrainian national anthem and the powerful song Prayer for Ukraine can be featured in here. So it's a nice brass chorale, literally hot off the presses. And our final stop before we go back to New York City, Kiev 2022.
And our final encore tonight, as we kind of land back home, is our band's traditional encore, On the Mall by Edwin Franco Goldman. All right, folks, we have no more encores. We played them all. That was it. That was it. Our next concert is July 10th Hope to see you all right here. Have a great night.